need to conduct a drive because the Supreme Court has asked you to do it. We understand that. But is this the way to impound vehicles? Just pick them up like they are public property? And the citizens are reiterating this very issue. Many of you have called us saying that the method being used to impound overage vehicles is nothing short of harassment. Yes, the Supreme Court has said that vehicles that are older than 15 years old or 10 years old as far as diesel is concerned cannot ply on the streets of Delhi, on the roads of Delhi. They have said that these vehicles will have to be impounded. But has the Supreme Court anywhere said that you need to harass the consumer and the citizen in the process of doing so? Has the Supreme Court said anywhere that you don't have to send people a notice before impounding their car or their vehicle? At this point of time, you may be asking what is the right process of phasing out an overage vehicle that are not fuel efficient anymore. There is a process in place. But as always, that process is not being followed because it's inconvenient. What is the process? The process is that first the enforcement officers will conduct a zone-wise drive and issue seizure memos to overage cars if these cars are seen plying on the roads or are seen parked in a public place. Which means under the government's own rules and SOPs, a notice has to be given. Then why is it not being given? After that, the officers have to share the vehicle's location with a registered scrapping facility, which will then begin the impounding process. The scrapping facility will attach a scrap value to the vehicle as per a rate that is fixed by the Union Steel Ministry, and the owner can then collect this from the scrapping facility. But what is happening in the national capital is completely the opposite. The opposition is labeling this Delhi government's Tughlaki, this is Delhi government's Tughlaki Farman. Just listen in to the conversation that my colleague Ishika had with BJP leader Manoj Tiwari.
ये एक ड्राइव शुरू की गई थी दिल्ली सरकार की तरफ से, जहां बोला गया था जो पुरानी गाड़ियां हैं, जो डीजल की गाड़ियां 10 साल पुरानी, पेट्रोल की गाड़ियां 15 साल पुरानी, उन्हें डी रजिस्टर करके स्क्रैपिंग के लिए भेजा जाएगा। लेकिन अब जो है, अब यहाँ के नागरिक ये कंप्लेन कर रहे हैं कि उन्हें नोटिस भी नहीं दिया जा रहा है और अचानक से जो उनकी गाड़ी है जिसमें उन्होंने अपना टैक्स पेइंग सिटीजन्स ने अपना पैसा लगाया, उसे अचानक से उठा के लेके जा रहे हैं और कोई रिस्पॉन्स भी नहीं आ रहा है। इसे आप कैसे देखते हैं?
देखिए, मैं समझता हूं कि ये नई दिल्ली सरकार की, जो अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की सरकार है, एक बार फिर से उजागर करता है कि इनको जनता के हित से या जनता की हो रही परेशानियों से इनका कोई सरोकार नहीं है। थ्रू मिरर नाउ मैं ये निवेदन करना चाहता हूँ, थ्रू मीडिया में ये निवेदन करना चाहता हूँ कि दिल्ली के जितने भी इस तरह की गाड़ियों को उठाने की कवायद है, वो बिना नोटिस के न किया जाए, प्रायर नोटिस दिया जाए, उनको एक निश्चित समय दिया जाए ताकि वो अपनी तैयारी कर सकें। उसके बाद जो कार्रवाई है उसको करना चाहिए, जिससे लोगों को अपनी प्लानिंग करने में आसानी हो।
Nowhere in the world, ladies and gentlemen, and let me repeat this, nowhere in the world does any country use force as part of their scrappage policy. They incentivize it. US, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, many other European countries have incentivized scrapping old vehicles and have given a rebate of up to $4,500 as a rebate to purchase a new fuel-efficient vehicle. In fact, the US was able to remove some 6.9 lakh fuel-inefficient vehicles with this drive. And guess what? People participated in the drive in big numbers because no one was forcefully towing away their vehicles. It's incredible how these countries introduced vehicle scrappage programs and achieved a dual outcome. Most of these countries introduced these programs in 2009, right after the financial crisis of 2008. So not only were they able to remove polluting overage vehicles, but also give the auto industry a push which was reeling under the 2008 crisis. Scrapping old vehicles, keeping the car owners happy, and helping boost the economy. That's how you deal with situations. That is what is a win-win situation. not the situation that is unfolding in Delhi right now, where people are waking up to see that their cars are gayab, that their two-wheelers are simply not there. Many people have actually gone to court in the Citizen, and they have got relief from the court. Ritvik Kalsi is a owner of a car which is overage as defined by the Supreme Court and the NGT. He is joining us on the broadcast. Ritvik, are you fearing that a similar fate will befall you as well, as it has many other citizens in this city, where people are simply finding that their cars have been towed away without anyone giving them a notice?
Toyota diesel. So the thing is, we are privileged enough to have a private parking space. So at least right now, we don't really fear that like they're gonna break into our house and take our car. But a lot of people don't really own a private parking space. So what about them? Right? They are living under constant fear that someone's gonna come and take away the car without any reason, with no reason at all. The thing with this law is that there's two part of this law. The first is the law itself, and the second is the implementation. And I hate to say that, but both are like completely wrong. Like the law itself, the law started as like solving pollution, but what does it solve actually? Like the sole reason of this law is pollution. Like you can't tell if my car is polluting or not by just telling its age, right? Like what really happens in like after 9 years, 364 days, and 23 hours, like what really happened in that 1 hour that my car suddenly becomes like a life threat to everyone in Delhi, right? Like now I can't run my car. If I do, so they're going to take away my car and scrap it, smash it. Like that does not make sense. That's illogical and dumb. Like I don't get the point of this. And also senior citizens, like do you expect senior citizens to like when they're under pension of like 20,000, 30,000, will they actually go and buy another car? 20,000, 30,000 pension, how can they do that, right? And they use car barely. So what is this law? And they're not even giving us the chance. Like have a fitness test done after 15 years, not for diesel or petrol. If you're giving a RC for 15 years, have a fitness test done after 15 years, right? And if in that fitness test the car is not well, give us a chance to improve, because you can improve your car pollution norms. And that is done in most of the countries except India, except Delhi specifically. And if the car becomes road
Okay,
legal and
okay,
it's fit,
Ritvik.
it has a PUC.
No, I know
So
there's a lot of angst.
yeah,
Yeah, what's the point of taking a PUC? You know, what's the
yeah,
point of taking a PUC if you tell me ki kuch bhi kar lo, after
yeah.
15 years we are going to junk your car? Yeah, but the fact is that the Supreme Court has ruled upon it, and I have no quarrel with the Supreme Court, but the fact is that there is a way to do things, and the fact is that governments and government departments have to treat people in this city and people in this country with a certain degree of dignity. You can't simply argue with them and pick up their vehicles from outside their homes. You can't simply pick up their vehicles without even giving them a notice. That is not how tax-paying citizens need to be dealt with by this government, or by any government actually across this country.